at that last year despite having a very good year. Quakers won 6 games that they lost the ground ball battle in last year. How will they adjust in 2025?
Hoyas won the ground ball battle last week against Johns Hopkins. Did not help them as the Blue Jays came away with the win. And a win by Ethan Costanzo on the opening face-off going up Casey.
Yeah, that's a critical trail check. He never gave up on it.
Thrown away, but back out front, and a save by Moore.
And we talk about this dynamic where Georgetown's already played.
The positive spin towards their situation, as you would expect them to. And a lot of contact in front, loose ball. Carroll had it for a second. Flag goes down, and whistle situation after going 0 for 4 last week.
Yeah, I was just about to say that was one of the main issues in that loss to Johns Hopkins, a 5-goal loss, and Georgetown.
Everything is synced up to our officials' liking, so we are back underway and almost thrown away, but chased down as Ransom able to pick it up. They'll get it back. 20 on the penalty. Keep it moving now. Carroll. Hoyas trying to make sure they get good shots. Kevin Warren said early on, guys kind of shooting to shoot last week against Hopkins. Trying to dial that in to get a good look. Carroll will take one, and he is stopped. Carroll saw it all the way. Number 1 defenseman. He's at that level, plus a lot of good spots as well in front. Still loose. Picked up. Shot. It hits a body in front. And as Leland went down to 30 on the timer. A little bit of open space. Shot. And that will go wide of the cage. And it might be McMullen heading off as 2 penalty flags flew.
It certainly looked like it was McMullen.
The shot clock as Caesar picks it up. Just over a minute to go on the man up. Second shot, Carroll with the save.
The field has been tilted really heavily. Get a couple of looks at those saves from Emmett Carroll. The field games, it's those little things, special teams, second opportunities. That
right now getting short on time in front, thrown away, and that's going to be a violation. Moore out of his cage. So right now, a little bit more. Already down to 19 seconds on the shot clock. Nice move to get a little space. Back out. Caesar takes the shot and he hits. Goes up high and beats Emmett Carroll. Hoyas on the board.
Well, when you've got a goalie as locked in as Emmett Carroll, sometimes you need to try a couple of little different things. That time, able to go through some traffic and get the score, get one more look at the change of direction, get the hands free, all that traffic out in front, and then shooting back across
the entire game.
Although a big reason why the Hoyas had that big lead was they dominated the faceoff X.
And that's another one. Fulton Bayman, 2 quick ones for the Hoyas as they jump out to a 2-0 lead.
Well, Fulton Bayman's a guy that you know the Hoyas would love to get going. The graduate transfer from Notre Dame who's on the schedule next. You know, he's got maybe one eye looking to next Saturday, but trying to get himself rolling before that big matchup when number 1.
During that 2-minute penalty, as that will be taken away. And loose ball trying to ward it off. Eventually Moore comes up with it out of his cage. He's knocked down. He's got to find a friendly and get out of trouble. Open net. Hoyas
of the year to have the wherewithal to not only take the hit, but then
that true lacrosse player in net, as he's not afraid to take it out, get it out of trouble. And that'll be saved by Carroll on gets back, keeps Skane from getting the good look. Still loose, 30 seconds to go on the timer. Patterson working behind, he's the transfer from Hobart. Throws it cross field, down to 25 in front, and that's a goal. Finally, Penn finds the twine. Davis Provost, the sophomore from Denver, able to score it. And with just over 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's a Hoya 2-1 lead.
That's just more crisp ball movement for the Quakers, and it's better off-ball movement as well to find somebody right in that slot area, and a quick trigger from Provost. Going low that time.
Goldberg down to 4. And chance in front, shot.
Struggled to open up this year.
So back at the dot, Costanzo and Prince. Pop forward, and dive in for it, still loose. Gurin trying to pick it up. And still finally, Penn will come away with it. Ben Smith able to grab the possession. Flag comes down, so especially late in the season, trying to carry that over to this year. Move to the top, shot, and Moore with the save.
And this Penn team in the game with his 6 saves, but the offense still looking a little bit rusty.
And a Hoyas
veteran team from a season ago is there's not too many question marks. You don't have to do a lot off the field in terms of.
Right there, putting it away for Penn. Leo Hoffman, the sophomore from Scarsdale, New York. We're tied up, 10:02 left to go in the second quarter.
Well, you don't have to do a lot in terms of getting guys together off the field to click, but this offense finally starting to click for Penn, and it's one of the underclassmen, one of the few underclassmen on this Penn team. Leo Hoffman, the sophomore, able to just beat his defender right off of the step. Quick first step to beat George Acton, somebody we talked.
February Lacrosse Day.
Matches the Hoyas jerseys.
That's true. And a turnover. Like Hoyas getting a stick in. Chase Picard out there.
The defensive coordinator really masterminding a good job here in this first half.
Hoyas defense moving a bit. Let's see if Penn can take the lead, take it away for a second, and a loose ball push on the Hoyas. .42 on the timer. Shots, and that pings off the goal. Got a little bit of orange there. Carroll, nothing there. Again, good defense by Penn. That's off the side of the cage and scooped up by Emmett Carroll. And Penn. Rarely see that. The goalie kind of come out and attack on a slide like that. Trying to bowl his way in. It's off the mark, and in the crease is Pro up. Able to stop Skane in his tracks. Hoyas on the run, but a pickoff, and now a great chance for Penn. And Hoyas get back for a second, and Moore able to make the save. And it led to almost a goal.
And credit number 43 for Georgetown, Robert Platt.
Hoyas scored the first 2 of the game. Penn would answer. We've been scoreless for a while, and now we're not, as Jordan Ray puts one in the back of the net, his first goal of the season, and he puts the Hoyas back on top.
Breaking a personal drought, breaking a big team drought as well. Georgetown had got 18 minutes or so of game time without scoring. They finally able to solve Emmett Carroll. That's just a really quick move to get the right hand free, and another one-on-one win, individual battle for Penn to get for Georgetown to get a shot away against Penn, and just means that Carroll has to look through the Penn player. I don't know if he located that ball until it was too late.
Here's Aiden Carroll. 50 to go on the timer. 2 minutes to go in the half. Aiden shoots. Aiden scores. So again, maybe look a little like Patrick Mahomes out there doing it all on the run, Ben, but Aiden Carroll with his first of the game. Hoyas again with a 2-goal lead.
And just as Mahomes can throw back across his body, Carroll shoots back across his body as well. That's the same exact kind of shot as Ray only a couple of moments before. It's a little bit tougher to track, and again, you see all that traffic out in front for Carroll and the rest of the Quakers to have to negotiate.
Getting to their spots. Hoffman has one, passes it off. Smith back to the middle, and that will find the net as Cam Rubin from the outside able to beat Anderson Moore. It's 4-3.
Well, that's an Ivy League tournament last season to get around those 2 defenders, and that's why Rubin had all that time and space to pick out a corner. You see 1 defender, 2 defender comes, and then it's just a step to evade and get the left hand free, and Rubin has that wicked, but they can still get their defensive set going. But those live ball turnovers can really, really come.
So back of the dots for a second 30 minutes, and it's going to be a violation.
Around the country, there's a lot of Maryland, a lot of DC, a lot of Virginia on those rosters.
Carroll gets himself some open space and bounces it home. Excuse me, that's Bayman coming around, able to bounce it past Emmett Carroll and put Hoyas back on the board. Now a 2-goal lead.
Well, that ball might have changed directions on the ground. It looked like Carroll was completely wrong-footed as he was sliding from his right to his left to try to go back around and maybe anticipating that shot back across the body that worked so many times for the Hoyas.
Keep it moving along. Here comes Rubin. Shot hits a body in front, but ends up over into the stick of Skane. Just under 30 on the timer. Cross pass, and that's a goal. Griffin Skane able to beat Moore. He taps his chest, says, "My bad," as Penn answers back with a goal to make it again a one-score game.
Well, Cam Rubin was the beneficiary of a great pass to end the first half to get a goal. This time, he's the one facilitating a tremendous skip pass to really unbalance the Georgetown defense and give just enough time and space. Here's that skip pass through 3 different Hoya defenders. Tight window to fit that in. And that like it was something that doesn't happen all that often, which is Brendan Lavelle losing his man. You could probably count on one hand the number of times that's going to happen this season.
Shot in front as Carroll got a piece of it and trying to keep the ground ball going, and it will be a loose ball push on Penn.
10 saves now, and that can keep any team in the game for a long time.
Back to X. Again, Hoya is going deep in the shot clock, trying to find some movement. They're down to 6, got to go, and off the side of the cage, looks like Bayman Gurin. Official will bring him back to the front. They'll move it. Shot, and it's saved by Moore. And then Rubin goes down. Didn't see if that was a little, Horning able to grab it. But again, coming up on 10 seconds to go, Kevin Warren telling his guys, let's go, let's go. Bayman, there's the shot, and there's a goal as Jack Ransom able to put it past Emmett Carroll. Hoyas back up by 2.
Well, Carroll's done such a good job all day on that near post, but that time he gets beat to that left side of his cage. Ransom just able to find another little bit of space again, once again trying to use his defender as a little bit of a screen. That wide sidearm shot. And I don't know if Carroll saw it, and you just need to trust your ability to pick a spot out and convert. Hoyas right now kind of searching for that happy medium.
Hoyas scrambling a bit right now, and that leads to a goal as the pass by Mulligan to Lucchese, the freshman, his first career goal, pulls his team back within 1.
Oh, what a moment that is for Lucchese. Extremely talented player, and once you get your first in a new jersey, that just allows you to gain so much more and more confidence. U.S. Lacrosse All-American. His older brother Nick plays for his hometown school of Villanova. He went to Radnor High School just down the road on the main line in Pennsylvania. And scoring against a different Big East foe here today. All that Georgetown momentum.
Almost thrown away. Can Ray pick it up? He will, and then stick to side, down to 10. Chance here, Ray shoots, and he goes top shelf and scores. Not a lot of room. He able to get it by Carroll. Another 2-goal lead for Georgetown.
Oh, you want to talk about a tight window to fit that shot in. That is exactly what that was. Carroll's been excellent on those high shots all day. At that time was able to pick out the top 90, and that double team slide is a little bit late. Sliding over was Ethan Till.
It today, 2 big goals against the game Penn defense.
And then following up with a big face-off.
There's a shot, and that's going to be Penn ball. Hoyas not expecting it, not backing up through. That's 2-man game to end up winning a couple championships in that league. And that's going to be a goal, so Penn continues to answer. Griffin Skane puts it away. And again, a 1-goal game here in D.C.
Well, ever since it was 4-2 Georgetown, these two teams have traded off goals every single time. Hoyas have not trailed in this game, but the Quakers making sure the Hoyas don't get away from them. That time going a little low to high action, scooping it up over the top of Anderson Moore.
Hopkins team, Hoyas outshot the Blue Jays, but not enough for on Cage. And what a takeaway right there. Hoyas going the other way. Big play by the freshman. Basically 2-goal games. And right now, Penn trying to get this one tied up, but Georgetown wins it. Chance here. The freshman Fogo takes the shot and he scores! Ross Prince, what a game-changing play. He stays on the field.
With one of the plays that can get a bench fired up and really swing momentum. And what a way to let the seas part and just take advantage, taking all of that space. And Ross Prince, for his first career goal, restores the 2-goal lead, but now the...
Behind the cage from X, Bayman thinking about it, finds a man, and he can't find a goal, looking for that quick pop shot from Caggiano, but now ball still loose. Can the Hoyas gain possession again? They do. And now a whistle again. Cut off. Casey back out to the top. And Hoffman keeps it moving again. Canet into the game. In front, shot, and saved. Nice play by Moore. House trying to get it across. Hoyas on
for Georgetown. And that's a lot of defense coming at you.
Horning with it. Trying to get some open space. Hoyas again going deep into the clock. John Hogan and Kevin Warren standing next to the box, exhorting their guys, hey, let's get a shot off. Keep it moving, down to 7. And again, they're going to say it's a tip ball, but Provost trying to get some open space and off a body, and Moore ends up scooping it off the turf. Will keep it. You saw that little kind of bounce pass, trying to slow it down. Smart play by Patterson. In front, another loose ball, and no flag, and Herb goes down to 15 on the timer. Ray already has 2 on the day, finds Carroll across the field. Aiden running around, trying to get some space, can't do it, and 1 will be thrown toward Cage, and now the penalty.
Bigger issue for the Quakers on the offensive side of things, and the time not on their side as we're under 3.
And the Hoyas make it a 3-goal advantage. Down to 13 on the man up. Puts it back out. Back to even strength. In front, shots, and a nice check from behind on Carroll. And pressure on, but Anderson Moore will just hold it. Kevin Warren saying get up the field. Moore knows he doesn't need to as Georgetown comes away with the win. 14th ranked Hoyas knock off the 13th ranked Quakers 8-6 in a game that saw some mistakes, but the Hoyas made enough plays to get the win, Ben.
Well, Penn had 5 turnovers in the 4th quarter. That was one of the big differences of the game, and they didn't get discouraged by a really strong goalie performance on the other side. 13 saves from Emmett Carroll.